Good morning, guys. Hope everybody's doing well on this September 12th, 2020. Forgive the sound that you're about to hear. Nice old pop. I need to stop drinking these, really. I love them, but I need to stop drinking them. Even though I only drink them on the weekend, it's, I don't know. One day when I called Savage, and I had like 4 in my hand after we found that information out on Twitter. I was pretty amped up, and then I crashed really hard that day. I'm sorry, Max Voltage. I wonder if the YouTube's being silly again. So thank you, Savage Mine, Max Voltage, Chancoin, Nicola, for stopping by. My GPU plans are buying more of everything. All right. I agree with that sentiment, but it's got to be within my budget and my allowance. I got to make sure I have everything squared away. I mean, I'm not broke, but at the same time, I can't just go and... I don't want to spend all my crypto. I know some people flip their crypto and buy more computer parts or hardware and stuff like that. I want to do it at the right time. I should have done it when Bitcoin was at that 12,000 mark. Oh, wait, what is this? This is stock market. I'm sorry. Oh, there's crypto. Okay. Still a mix of green and red, though, to end the week. And unfortunately, we got these traders that are in both crypto and the traditional trading, traditional stocks. So they're making us correlated, which pisses me off. I do have the 2080 in the system. It's very hard to see with the lights, but a 2080 is in the system. I'm ready to go. I am ready to go. I wish crypto would move up, so that way I want to sell maybe $300, $400 worth of some of my crypto assets, so that way I can build up for October. Because not only do we have this upcoming week the Nvidia launch, we also have Big Navi coming out, which we'll get here towards the end of the video. First, I want to go over Crypto.com. They're kind of ticking me off because they had ERD, and ERD switched to EGLD or eGold, Elrond Gold, and Binance swapped just fine. Crypto.com still hasn't swapped, and they opened up the bridge where you can go and swap those coins, stuff like that. But I can't get rid of my Elrond on Crypto.com because I don't have enough, and I can't swap it through the bridge, but I'm gonna lose out. Like, Crypto.com just needs to initiate the swap on their own, just like they did with the MCO and Crow. But they're doing something. They're trying to get into DeFi hype as well. If DeFi wasn't all over your newsfeed already. You know what, Max Voltage, PayPal credit, the 24-month zero interest payment, that's good, but I already have enough reoccurring payments. I believe my family member actually has PayPal, and they do that. They buy something, pay it off before the 24 or 12 months or whatever is over, and then they save, they're able to do what they need to. But me, I already have my pieces in place. This credit card has this amount, this credit card has this amount. I make my payments on time, if not ahead of time. I'm just trying to not add to my portfolio, so to speak, of reoccurring payments. So Crypto.com, a conglomerate in dealing with primary payments and exchange of crypto assets, announced its foray into the decentralized finance platform. So kind of like DeFi Swap or Sushi Swap or Uniswap. That's what they're going with here. But the thing is they're going to, basically it's going to be Crow. So you'd be able to stake CRO, which is the change. They went over from MCO to Crow, and entitled to a reward of additional tokens allocated daily. Higher stakes amounts obviously will entitle holders to higher yields based on a multiplier that increases after each year of staking. So it's a long-term hodl stake / situation, but you're going to have to use Crow, and Crow honestly is one of my favorite cryptos, so we'll see how that turns out. But Crypto.com, Binance, everybody's wanting to get into DeFi. I'm not I'm not fully into DeFi. I do have some assets that are wrapped and earning interest. I'm not deep into it. I do not like those gas fees, and honestly, I don't want to get into it unless I can spend the time to fully educate myself on it. I haven't had the time to dive into it as much as I would like. Let's see what we got going on in the chat. All right, we got Robert Hawkins joining us. Cafe Bustelo. Okay, all right. If you're drinking a caffeinated drink, please post it in the chat. Yashnik, what's up, butter? I meant to say brother, but I said buddy, but it sounded like butter. Let's see. Our Max Voltage got some coffee. Dan the Dane, good morning to you. I've been trying to get a hold of you, brother. Dan the Dane, I've been trying to get a hold of you. I like the comment you left for me on my one of my YouTube videos. Really took it to heart, and I would do my best to keep it real, so to speak. I like to keep it real, but I really want the channel to grow, to provide sufficient income or side income to my family. Let's see here. Nicola, DeFi is the future. I made $10K with $400 this summer. Nice. See, that's the thing with DeFi. I also I got into it early before the gas fees pumped up, and I was able to wrap a few coins and earn a pretty significant amount on it. But right now, there's a couple of positions that I would have loved to jump into, but just to spend, $100, it's costing me what I don't want to spend. So, anyways, DeFi is growing. People who are in it, great for them. I don't know if I'll be able to maximize or capitalize on it. I really need to spend time educating myself in the decentralized finance area, especially what cryptos are what, and I don't want to get caught up in a scam, because there are, unfortunately, wherever you go, scams in various areas that take advantage of users and their funds and just exit scam or whatever else happens. So crypto, not crypto, but DCG Foundry. I talked about them not too long ago in the Caffeine Crypto episode. I forgot which one. But, they partnered with Bitmain for operations in North America. So on Bitmain officially announced on September 10th, the company has officially partnered with Foundry, a wholly owned company mining subsidiary of Digital Currency Group. God, I can't talk today. Within the partnership, Foundry will provide financing to Bitmain's end customers in North America. So people wanting to get ASICs and stuff like that. And it's probably going to be in a large scale. Like, you got a warehouse, you want to fill it up with ASICs, yada, yada, yada. Or maybe even a small scale. According to Bitmain, obtaining finances is more difficult for crypto miners than firms and other industries. Foundry, in its turn, will help ship a significant number of machines into North America this year, according to Suke, the global sales marketing director of AMP Miner at Bitmain. So, DCG, or Foundry, is trying to help kind of get people set up financially with running ASICs and stuff like that. That partnership is kind of helping Bitmain get a foothold or bigger grasp in the American market, because we all know they got a pretty good foothold already throughout the world, but they're wanting to expand even further into North America. And there's a lot of people that like ASICs, and especially the Bitcoin network. With all the ASICs and stuff like that, the network security is the strongest it's ever been. So I can only see it as a positive for Bitcoin. However, you guys know my thoughts with ASICs being utilized for some of the altcoins that we love so much. Dan to Dane, STFU. All right? It's my channel. I'll do what I want. I'm joking. Just put it in the DCA swear jar. And all I said was damn, right? Like Hoover Dam. Now to the news that I've been thinking about in my sleep. I am ready to go. The 2080 is in the system. I have done some testing, but I can't do. There you go, focus. I can't do my full thing of testing because I need the day one drivers. So September 17th comes out. I need those drivers to test the 2080 because I am not only going to be doing a comparison as far as mining performance, I also want to do ray tracing, gaming performance, and most importantly, thermals. I'm really interested in thermals. So I have the 2080 in the system. I've done some basic benchmarking, but I want to get the day one drivers for the 3000 series. Excuse me. And then benchmark the 2080 again on different titles, ray tracing, whatnot. Ray tracing, without ray tracing, and just kind of get that all wrapped up into nice, neat little graph for everybody. But this is what, the hype is going a little bit crazy. We've seen numbers. We know, or we can kind of tell what the hash rate's going to be at full power. Really, I want to see what it's going to be like at full efficiency. There's been leaks. There's been information. But Nvidia is set to release. We got the 3080 on September 17th. We got the 3090 on the 24th of September. And then we have the 3070. I just sent it to my friend. I think it's October 15th. Somebody hit me up in the chat. I think it's October 15th is when we're going to see the 3070. Yeah, I think that's when it is. Techman thinks that the wattage will be lower, 150 watts, I guess. Okay. Well, the 2080 when mining is 168. The 1080 Ti when mining is about 190, somewhere in there. So I'm hoping for more efficiency. Yeah, 150 would be nice. 140 would be even better. But get, the peak hash rate. The performance of all these cards are expected to be equivalent or greater than the 2080 Ti, which stinks because I just did a video not too long ago on ripped, Rip the 2080 Ti holders? Yeah. Rip Nvidia 2080 Ti GPU resale value. Check that out when you get a chance later on today, because when I went to go watch some Twitch with Life of a Miner, man, the 2080 Ti resale value on the secondhand market, man. If you can get some good, look, all the 650 GPUs are gone. Let's check it out real quick. Buy it now. Let's do lowest price first. Yeah, all the 650 GPUs got picked up. There was a lot of 650s out there, and you could have got a 2080 Ti for $650, which is not bad whatsoever. Now they're closer up to the 700s, which is going to be on par with 3080. So should you go 2080 Ti secondhand market? And I'm talking about now. If you bought in the past, great, whatever. I hope you got a good deal. I believe Dan the Dane picked up one not too long ago. But Nvidia, comes out with this awesome card. And then shortly after that comes out with a card that ever so slightly beats it out for a little bit cheaper. And it kind of like cuts the throat of the elite, what I would consider the elite. And they need to treat those people special. Well, at least a little bit special, because they're spending thousands of dollars per GPU. I was going to go for the RTX 3090 because I wanted the big guy. But I hear whispers, by the way, of a few things in the industry. But we can expect that the hash rate of the 3080 theoretically might be 60 to 70% more, and I don't think that's accurate. Let's say we're jumping from 2080 to 3080. Let's say I'm getting 41 mega hash on the 2080, and let's say we can hit 92 on the 3080 at peak efficiency. That's around 45%. So the 60 70 is a little bit high. I don't think it's going to be as good hash rate wise until the kernels are updated. When the miners have these GPUs and they're able to optimize their miners, whether it's Phoenix Miner, Wild Rig, what have you, we're gonna see gains, but we're gonna see even better gains as time goes on because Nvidia, one, has good drivers. They have a good support team, development team. They have the funds. They're much better than AMD when it comes to drivers. And then two, as the miners start to get these GPUs, because some of them don't always get GPUs like tech reviewers ahead of time to where they can start testing, be prepared. So day one, boom, they have new miner updates, and then we're getting the maximum potential. So it's going to take not as long as AMD did with the 5000 series, but it's going to take a little bit of time for optimization to be made on those miners and to get performance increase. But we should see quite a significant bump between the 20 series and the 30 series. I'm going for the 3080. The unfortunate thing is that I have to fight everybody else to get the 3080. And there's people that are going to want to buy this 3080 or 3090 or 3070, turn around and throw it on the secondhand market. And they're going to do it for exorbitant prices. As soon as the stock goes out of these cards, people are going to scalp the crap out of others. So be aware of that. I know as miners, we're like, yeah, I want 6, I want 8 for I want to build a whole rig out of this. That's great, but you're probably going to have to wait. Because you're not only do miners want a bunch of GPUs, but the people that don't even care about it want to get it because they know that miners and gamers want it. So we're fighting the gamers. We're fighting the people that want to just buy it to scalp us. And we're fighting ourselves as miners. We're all like, okay, I want an 8-card rig. I want a 6-card rig. So that's why I said a while ago, we need to play fair. Like, don't buy all the stock just yet. But I know some people are just not going to care and just be like, I'm buying everything I can. I'm going to get 2 from B&H. I'm going to get 2 from Newegg. I'm going to get 2 from Amazon, whatever. Me, myself, on the 17th, and let me check chat real quick. Gamers don't know the 2080 Ti mining potential. Well, for the price, I don't think the 2080 Ti is a good mining card for the price. And we looked at it on some charts and stuff like that. The 3080 seems to be the sweet spot, and that sweet spot seems to have moved. From originally it was the 1070, then it was the 1660 Ti or Super Series, and then the 3080 kind of seems to be in that sweet spot. The 3070 looks good, but once all the kernels and everything that's optimized as far as the miners, we get to see the 3070's full potential, but the RX 5000 series or 5700 XT kind of beats that out. Yes, Nvidia is good at the all-around, right? They got multiple algos that they can switch to and be profitable, while AMD primarily does really well with ETH or Dagger and Kryptonite, and there's multiple coins on Dagger or ETH, but that's their main forte. And right now, the most profitable coin to mine is either going to be Ethereum Classic or Ethereum. And unfortunately, until Ethereum Classic gets their stuff together, I'm not mining it directly. I've been mining Ethereum directly, but I haven't been mining Ethereum Classic directly anymore. I would wait for the 3080, says Max Voltage. About that same time price, much faster memory, which will age better and have better resale value. And N32 and new. Okay. All right, Nicola's waiting for Big Navi. All right, now after 3 years, you've been running the RX 580, 8 gigs, greater than GTX 1070 and ETH. Yes, of course. It will be crazy when 4 gigabyte cards fall off ETH. Yeah. That's something that we've all noticed as time goes on, that memory is going to be very important. For gaming right now, if you want to run 4K, 8K, if you want to mine, you want a card with 6 gig or above. That sweet spot for memory has moved up. Originally, it was, yeah, you're okay with 4 gigs. So everybody got 570s or 470s with 4 gigabytes of memory. Now it's moved up to, well, you need a minimum of 6. Eventually, it's going to be, you need a minimum of 8, and then it's going to be so on and so forth. And games utilizing more and more memory these days, I can see why the 3090 has 28 or 24 gigabytes of memory. The 3080 to me should have 11, but let me share something with you. I believe higher memory count variants are going to be released of these GPUs. Maybe not the 3090, but the 3080. I believe that there will be higher memory count, higher memory amounts type GPUs released And I know that doesn't make much sense. So instead of 10 gigs, maybe 20 gigs, which would be nuts. But the biggest thing in this competition that we're going to have on the 17th of everybody trying to get these GPUs, right? Everybody's clicked the notify me button. Everybody's went to Newegg, notify me. Everybody went to this website, that website. The biggest thing is being able to get the GPU on the first batch. Because if you don't get the GPU on the first batch, you're going to lose out. Again, you're battling gamers. Gamers want the GPUs, so maybe they get 1 or 2 per household. 1 for them, 1 for their wife, 1 for them, 1 for their child. And you got miners that want to build an 8-card or 6-card rig, and then you got the scalpers or the people that are the resellers that just want to buy the stock out and then increase the price, right? I mean, if we go to Newegg.com right now and go look at the 2080s, which again I mentioned in this video talking about the resale value, look at some of the prices: 1,800, 1,800, 1,800, 1,800, and these aren't Newegg. This isn't Newegg directly. Look at this. $2,000. It isn't Newegg directly. It's a third-party vendor. So just like that, people are gonna buy out, buy 4, 5, 6, whatever they can, come over here to eBay and resell it. And people are gonna pay for it because they want the latest and greatest. They want the best GPU, and they can't get it on Newegg, on Amazon, what have you. So another thing I want you guys to know is, not only are there, from what I hear, future variants of the 3000 series that come out with more memory than what we currently have, which would be cool. If there is a 3080 with 20 gigabytes of memory, that'd be awesome. But I hear, believe it or not, out of all these AIBs, right? You see the coolers, the traditional design, triple fan, dual fan, whatever it may be. Most of them are triple. I hear that these coolers, and I could be wrong, but I hear that these coolers aren't as efficient as the Nvidia. For once, Nvidia is trying to do something with their cooler. They're trying to make it better. They're trying to make it super efficient, and they got a pretty decent design. It looks beautiful, and it's going to be able to cool great, and it's going to be dual slot. Like the 3080 is dual slot, the 3090 is not. The 3070 is going to be dual slot, but all these other cards are going to be 2.5, 2.7. They're huge. So, like, say I'm building a mini ITX build or something like that. This card will fit better, and it's not the Founders Edition. I guess you would call it the Founders Edition. It's not reference design because the PCB is different. It's Nvidia literally making an aftermarket cooler that is more expensive than the AIBs, by the way. It is more expensive than the AIBs, but yet Nvidia is selling it for less than the AIBs. I want you to keep that in mind. You're going to wind up paying $700, $730, $750, $760, $770, $800 for the 3080 on one of these AIBs versus the Nvidia's standard edition, which to me may have better cooling than the AIBs. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. From my understanding, these cards from Nvidia are not only better binned GPUs, but have better cooling than the AIBs. Maybe not EVGA. Maybe, EVGA did a really good job. MSI. Some of these cards, the beautiful thing about this is we're going to have tech tubers out there like Gamers Nexus, Hardware Unbox, be able to test these GPUs, right? Because they get multiple. I can only get one. I can't get every single one to test for you guys. But they'll have multiple, and we'll be able to see the thermals. And I like Gamers Nexus because they actually take thermistors or thermal probes and put it into VRMs, by the memory, by the die, whatever, to measure the actual heat output to make sure that these cards are running efficient. That's how I knew certain cards in the 5000 series were junk and some were good. So, for all those looking to get AIBs, good luck to you. But from what I hear, the stock standard edition from Nvidia is the better one with the better cooling. Just FYI. Let me check chat. You guys went pretty quick. Alright, so quick question. Asus, Strix, ROG, RTX 2070 Supers, Raven, ETH, or Aeon? Quick question. Asus. Alright, so the 2070 Supers. You want to know Raven, ETH, or Aeon? I would say Raven. Raven and Eve. Aeon. You know what? Honestly, hang on one second. I saw that earlier. Switch, dang you. Switch. I noticed this website likes to have Aeon on there. I'm not sure about the profitability. But I trust his API. Because I talked to the guy. Really cool guy. What is the 2070 doing now? I do not have a 2070. I have a 2080, but not a 2070. So Ethereum Classic, BitTube Cash, Swap, Raven Coin, Eve. So some type of ETH hash token on a 2070. Only because ETH will probably take off before Raven does when Bitcoin tries to jump up. But you let me know what you're doing, Dan. I think you're mining Raven. I saw on Twitter that people in China are already mining with 3080. Yeah, you know, some people already have it. And some people are already, you know, leaking out information. Will we need more tan 10? I don't know what you mean by that, Tech Man. I might have missed it. Alright, you guys some of you are talking to each other. Savage likes the Zotac 3080 amp. The Zotac 3080 amp. 3080 amp. I think they only have the Trinity listed. Where's the amp? Yeah, they don't have the amp yet. We saw it the other day when we did Caffeine and Crypto as well, when we started looking at the different models. Hardware Unboxed roundups are second to none, especially when it comes to the thermals. Yeah, Hardware Unboxed, Gamers Nexus, these guys do great thermal testing, especially Steve from Gamers Nexus, because again, they're using thermal probes, and I have too, and I will be including that in my information because I want to test the airflow of these GPUs. I want to test the airflow of these GPUs, and I'm going to need some thermal probes to do that. So I will be doing that. So not only mining content, but gaming or ray tracing performance and thermal difference between, you know, the standard open air cooler that we see and the new open air cooler with it's kind of creating a vacuum, so to speak. It's sucking air out instead of putting more air in. XC3. Let's see here. Techman says XC3, which I just saw. There's For the Win. I mean, it's not a bad card. They're good, and the cooler's actually not that big. It's a traditional 2-slot design. I just can't. That red, man. I don't know why EVGA did that. Maybe I'm just one of those haters. I don't like being a hater, but just stick with the gray and black, man. Monochromatic. Yeah, Dan to Dane, Eve, even though you're talking to Savage. All right, so moving on. The 17th is coming, right? Everybody's talking about ray tracing this, ray tracing that. You guys and myself, we are all like, well, we don't care about ray tracing. It does nothing for us in mining. We want to see what it mines. I will, on the 17th, the game plan is this. I may have a way to get it day one, rather than having to wait online. And what's going to happen is because I don't like to stream from the computer I'm mining on because it hampers the performance, I'm going to have my laptop set up. It's going to be capturing the main system and streaming out to you guys. And we will be doing live testing. It may be on Twitch, it may be on YouTube, so keep an eye on the Twitter. And we'll just do live testing. The day before it happens, I'm just gonna go around, looking for, making sure that I have all the latest miners, Wild Rig Miner, just making sure that I have everything updated to the latest one for all my miners, so that way we can do individual testing, and then play around with some parameters, see what likes what, clocks, voltages, stuff like that. I already told my wife, hey, hun, as soon as this card comes out and I got it in my hands, I will be indisposed. because all I'm going to be doing is testing. I want to test the mining performance. I want to test the thermals. I want to test the gaming and ray tracing. So that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, thank God I'm not on call, because that's all I'm going to be doing. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, which I believe most of you watching right now are, and for those that watch this in the future, please consider it, because as soon as I have a card in my hand, and I believe it's going to be on the 17th, which is that gives me hope, because it's hard to compete with all these other tech tubers that have the GPUs and the hardware ahead of time and prepare, record the content, and then release it on the day at 9 a.m. in the morning Eastern Standard Time. Me, at least, I will have the opportunity to get the card and release my content same day. First, it's going to be mining. Then it's going to be gaming, ray tracing, and then it's going to be thermal testing. Because, again, that was weird. This new design, I believe, is going to be more efficient than AIB's design. The only thing that's going to drive me nuts is the damn, sorry, Dan to Dane, is a dang 12-pin connector that's going to have this stupid little dongle. I need to find an aftermarket one. It's going to be the stupid little dongle about this long that I'm going to have to connect 2 8-pins into. And it's going to be like kind of ruining the aesthetics of my system. But we'll go ahead and get an aftermarket one. Matter of fact, let's see here. 12-pin to 8-pin adapter. Yeah, see, there's a number of them. I just want to see which one. I think Sonic's got one. Silverstone. That's just a regular 8-pin. I need a 12-pin to 8-pin. I wonder if they're going to release it. Let's look up Sonic. Yeah, there's the adapter I was talking about. It's a little bit longer, so the cables won't be all in the way, messing up your aesthetics. But the adapter that comes out of the box for the 3080 and 3090 and 3070 is a short little stubby thing that's going to crowd the shroud, and it's annoying to me. Alright, so Moore's Law is dead. It's somebody I like to keep an eye on. I don't take all of his information as gospel, but it is something that I do consider. I like to get all opinions, or all different variety of different people out there. And the 6000 series we know is coming out October. Got Nvidia trying to come out towards the end of this month. Sorry. MiningExplorer.io is the website I was using, max voltage. And yes, Michael, as soon as I have the GPU, I promise you I will be live testing. You guys can join me. We can figure out what we want to test. I'm going to go straight for the jugular, Ethereum, Kapow, whatever I can do. And I may not even use my wallets for some of these algorithms, just the default wallet or somebody else's wallet to test. Now, during testing, I'm not going to be mining for a long period of time until after the stream. I just want to get the basic hash rate and stuff like that. Thank you, Yashnik. So, anyways, we know the consoles, Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, are coming out towards the end of this year, which I believe is why Nvidia has been so quiet about their GPUs, or about their information, because we don't want to spill the beans yet until the GPUs are actually ready. But it's looking like we actually might have a competition on our hand, and I appreciate that from both AMD and Nvidia. We need that. Alright, so this is the Zotac series, AMP series GPUs. This is the beautiful one that Savage Mind wants to get. And the website is frozen. Alright, we'll let that load real quick. Some of these websites that are coming up from the manufacturers are having issues because they're not technically supposed to be live. But you know, some of them like B&H the other day put up a page for the 3000 series, and people were like, oh, let's go click buy. It was just set up preparing for the 17th. You couldn't actually buy the GPUs, but it was tweeted about and all that stuff. And that's one of the concerning things that I've had recently is everybody's getting hyped for no reason. Calm down, just be patient, wait. Now I've been the opposite of that, but I was hyped about the numbers for mining when I called Savage Mining Crypto Mikkel. I was really happy to see the numbers and believing that it could be very close to true. But Radeon is coming out with the 6000 series, RDNA 2. They're providing GPUs or hardware for the Xbox Series X and the PS5. And Big Navi is going to be focused on delivering efficiency and performance. Now, efficiency is kind of a hard thing for AMD in my eyes. Because in order for them to compete with Nvidia, they have to like be super power hungry. So if they can compete with Nvidia without being super power hungry, that'd be a bonus in my eyes. They're suspecting RDNA 2 10/28/2020. I don't know what's up with this website, why it's doing that. They might be having issues. But yeah, October, yeah, something's going on. So October 28th, 2020. And take a look at this picture. Look at the fan. I want you to note that. Look at the fan. We finally might be getting into an era where manufacturers are understanding that blower design cards are not as efficient. Now, it may be great for, you know, ITX builds, right? Smaller builds. But, like I mentioned in a tweet yesterday, not trying to bust a hype bubble for Big Navi AMD Radeon GPUs, but unless AMD does something unique with their design, excellent cooling, which they might have, according to looking at this picture and what I've seen in renders, AIB models may not be available to early 2021. So, even if they do say October 28th, if they don't have a good GPU design, right? Like Nvidia actually put work into designing the cooler for their GPUs, and I actually believe it's going to be a little bit better or on par with AIBs, which usually in the past, Nvidia comes out with the Founders Edition. It's freaking hot. People say put a water block on it or get an AIB. Now, Nvidia actually has a good cooler. Will AMD answer with a good cooler, which is not cheap? It is something that they have to spend time R&D. What's up, Red Panda? Thank you for stopping by, buddy. There you go, Red. You're a moderator. Go ahead and type something pretty. So, RDNA 2, AMD Radeon 6900 XT, 60 whatever 100 XT, October 28th. We got Zen 3 CPUs, which, for Chris Anderson, DCA Avenger, Doge Lord, if I can get the CPU I want, I will be upgrading my living room system, which means I will have a 2600 for him to buy. We'll talk about that offline. But that's on October 8th, 2020. And I want to, in that one, test if the VRMs can handle, right? So I got a B450 motherboard, Asus Tough, and I want to make sure that the VRMs can handle a mid to high-end CPU on that motherboard. And if it's going to be as seamless, because usually in the past, when I built the system, and it's generational to generational jumps between CPUs, I will have to update the BIOS before I can, switch over. And that sometimes causes issues for not only consumers, but myself. And luckily, I have the capability to understand, okay, well, I need this old CPU to swap it over and, update the BIOS and then switch over to CPU. So we got good updates, good hardware coming out towards the end of 2020. Even though the beginning of 2020 and most of 2020 has been absolute crap, there's some positivity out of it. And that's the biggest thing. Stay positive, be patient, enjoy the hardware releases. No, Red. With great responsibility, or with great power comes great responsibility. Congratulations, you're a mod. What's up, Crypto Mikkel? Thank you for stopping by. Didn't get to see you last night at DCA. If you were there, I didn't see you. Red Panda's at 22K subs. Congratulations, dude. Red Panda, if you got a 3080 for testing, I swear to God, you better send me one. A 3090? I'm coming to your house. I will test at your house. I will be in your basement testing that 3090. No, we got Nemesis or Crypto and Hot Rods getting a 3090. I might be coordinating with him as far as testing and performance, and then my buddy might be getting a 3070 in October, so I'll be testing that as well. But October is going to be busy. The end of this month is going to be busy. I'm going to have the new GPUs to play around with, to test. I'm not going to get every single one. If I can, then I'll make that content available to you guys. But, I mean, what are we thinking about AMD? You know, the 6000 series, I don't want to hype it up. There's been too many people hyping it up. Let's not hype it up. But if they really can be more efficient and bring the competition to the 3000 series, that'd be really good. Let's say, for example, on this chart, what happens if the 6900 XT is actually on par with the 3080? Well, in my mind, if that's the case, right, 16 gigabytes of memory, $549 is the price, Nvidia should drop the price. Will they? Probably not, but it would be beneficial. So they drop the price down to $550, something like that, to compete with the 6900 XT. And whether or not they actually have a GPU to compete with the top dog 3090 is yet to be seen, and I honestly doubt it. I doubt that they have a GPU that can compete with it. Now, from my understanding, the 6900 is non-GDDR6X memory, but yet there is a performance uplift. So I wonder what kind of architectural changes they have made with the GPU, because it's definitely an uplift from what I'm understanding. And here it says that RDNA is expected to use up to 33% less power while maintaining the performance similar to RDNA. So think 5700 XT using less power. So we could get 65 mega hash, maybe 70 mega hash, just wishful thinking here, but only using 80 to 90 watts. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. We'll have to see how things turn out, but I'm looking forward to it. No ray tracing yet. Yes, it can do ray tracing just like any other GPUs, which, by the way, I got the CryEngine program, which has a ray tracing demo that you can run, Neo-Nor ray tracing benchmark, which I will be running comparing the 2080 and the 3080. CryEngine is completely free. That benchmark is completely free. If you want to check it out, test it on your system, you're more than welcome to. There's plenty of good benchmarks out there. But the rumors suggest that Big Navi could deliver up to 30% boost in performance compared to the Nvidia Turing flagship. So it's Nvidia, AMD's always beaten last year's students. We want them to beat this year's students. We don't want them to pick on the freshmen. We want them to pick on the seniors. All right? And yes, it's going to be better than 2080 Ti, right? I mean, the 5700 XT, when you mod it, you can get close and beat the 2080, but it never got to beat the 2080 Ti. But it wasn't too far behind. It was behind, maybe like 15 to 20%, depending on the title or application. But it wasn't too far behind. So if the 5700 XT is beating the 2080, or being on par with the 2080, and then trying to grasp at the 2080 Ti, it's okay to understand that maybe the 6000 series will do it. The launch of Big Navi and Nvidia's RTX 3080 flagship should create even bigger demand for 4K gaming. Shoot, they're talking 8K. Does anybody even have an 8K TV in this channel or in this chat? I don't. I have a 4K TV, but I don't have an 8K. Nice. Shipping one beta frame from the US to Canada costs $40. That sucks. Oh, Red Panda said, man. Get out of here, Red. I'll see you in 15 minutes. Just get out of here. Sending you 6 GPUs. Get out of here. I've still been hitting up manufacturers and vendors, trying to sell them on a partnership, but unfortunately I do not have the influence that many of the top crypto tech tubers have. But I'm just going to shoot straight and call it how I see it. And hopefully the crypto community accepts and the gaming community accepts me for who I am, not who I want to be. 1080p here. Yeah, see, most of us play at 1080p or I play at 1440p, but I got a 240 hertz monitor. Ooh, that reminds me that 360 hertz. Man, oh man, that 360 hertz. Yeah, see, so I'm at 1080p now. Usually play at 1440p. 4K usually stresses out the GPU. Like even a 2080 at 4K, it's okay, but I want higher frame rates than what it can provide. So, given that there's 5120 stream processors, like this is assuming, so 5120 streaming processors, which is assuming the same ratio as the AMD used with the GNC, and a potential clock speed of 1700 megahertz. Performance of Navi 2X, or Radeon RDNA 2, should be 17.5 teraflops. This is twice the number of streaming processors that's available in the ultra premium RX 5700 XT 50th anniversary edition. What does that mean for mining? Well, Big Navi matches the 320 watt RTX 3080 in performance. At 300 watts, RDNA would match the power draw of the Radeon 7. So the Radeon 7, even though it could get 90 megahash, it's doing at a high power consumption. What happens if RDNA 2 can get close to it, maybe not hit it, but get close to it for less power? That's the biggest thing. I don't want to see AMD handicap themselves because they're trying to focus on efficiency, and just to compete with the 2080 or the 3090 or whatever GPU, they have to just unleash all limits, and it's just super power hungry. The more power hungry a GPU becomes, the more load on your system. Yes, you may not have to upgrade your power supply. If you're running a 450 or less, maybe you should consider it. But if you're running a 550 or above, you should be fine. If that's just talking about regular gamer, like if you have it in one computer system. If you've got a mining rig, then we may have to change our calculations a little bit just to make sure that the loads are sufficient. I want to get a VR system so bad, Michael. I never got a chance to play Half-Life Alyx, and I really would like the Steam VR system. Oculus is pretty good. HTC is pretty good, but it's all about what's in my budget. But I would really love to play racing VR. That's what I really would like. I hear racing VR is better than the ultra-wide, ultra-curved monitor setup. But, you know, actually get the wheel, get the clutch, get the shifter. That'd be really nice. So, just to wrap up things here, because in about 10 minutes, we're all going to jump over on the Red Pandas Mining's channel, because I got to get some stuff done around the house and at my parents' house, help them out. I'm happy that we have new GPUs, new hardware. I love new hardware. Not only do I get to tinker with it from a mining aspect, getting the best hash rate, the best efficiency, but I like to overclock it. I like to see its overclocking potential. Like I said, I go to hardwarebot.org and, you know, overclock my 9900K, which I'm not going to upgrade to 9900K anytime soon. I will be benchmarking that system. I know it's not the 10900K like all the tech tubers have out there, but it will get the job done. Man, NOS makes me burp a lot. So I mine with it, I overclock it, I submit benchmarks to hardware bot, and the next thing is going to be really the thermals. I want to see how good this cooler will perform and how this design will impact my internal temperatures of my case. Not so much a mining rig, at least not yet, even though I have a feeling some of the air that leaches from one GPU will impact another. As I mentioned in the previous video, as this airflow goes through the GPU, especially that rear one, it's just blowing the hot air into the next GPU. We have the mining rig set up vertically, and we're just blowing hot air and it's over to the next one, onto the next one, onto the next one. So we have to see how that impacts, what is going on, and if it actually makes a difference. I'm concerned if you look at this airflow, that's why I've been measuring the VRM temperatures with my thermal probes. Is because this is going to pass past the VRM area before it goes out and exhausts through the back or the top or what have you. I do have 2 fans up top, 1 in the back, and then I have 3 fans in the front. So I have more intake because it's spinning faster than I have exhaust, which is creating what you would call positive pressure. You want positive. You don't want negative. Negative pulls more dust in. Positive can avoid more dust if you have dust filters in the right spot. Yeah, and I don't have to worry about it too much with my CPU because I have a AIO, so the water block and the AIO will keep everything cool. But I am concerned about internal thermals. As this case heats up, especially here in Florida, my ambient temperature is usually around 78 degrees Fahrenheit, or what is that, 20 something, 20, what is it? Wow, I cannot type. Wow. 78, yeah, 25 degrees Celsius. So as I, game or whatever, and this thing, the internal temperatures start to heat up at 25 degrees Celsius, 78 degrees Fahrenheit here in Florida, I'm concerned that even the radiator up front will start to absorb some of that heat, which will impact my temperatures, but we'll have to see. Just looking at you guys' chat. I'm prepared. I'm ready to go. Just need to get the GPU. It's gonna be kind of like a Black Friday, but for local GPU miners. / here's Red Panda's link in the chat, by the way. I'm sure you guys already have it pulled up. But I will, have to compete with other local people, miners, gamers, what have you, trying to get a physical GPU day of launch. If not, I'm going to have to turn to online. And online, unfortunately, people might buy all the stock up before we even get a chance to. So I wish everybody good luck. If you are waiting, good, please wait. Let the reviewers, tech tubers, crypto tubers all get these GPUs, test out the performance, and then from there you can make an educated buying decision on whether or not you want to do it or not. I do have the day off from work, so if I do get my hands on a physical GPU, as I said, I will put it in the system. I would do a live stream testing the mining performance. I welcome you guys to join me and, say, hey, let's try this, or hey, try this. For those of you that are in the Discord, you know how to get a hold of me. Matter of fact, I want to see something real quick. There's only a few of you in here. There's only a few of you in here. Or send server. Let's see if this works. That's my Discord channel. I'm opening it up to some people. If you want to join, join. It's the same people that we all have in Red Panda and DCA Adventure and all that stuff. But if you want to join my Discord, feel free. I do try to be responsive to people that hit me up. You know, I like to work with the community. If they're having issues that I can help out with, great. If there's issues that I can't help out with, I may recommend to another video that maybe Mikkel or Red Panda or Savage may have done, which I've done in the past. So if you feel like joining Discord, there it is in the live chat. I will continue to open it up to the public eventually. I just wanted to get everything under control. So you first people are kind of the test dummies or the beta testers for me, because I need to find any inconsistencies, loopholes, or issues like that, because I do not want to have it turn into a S show for trying to avoid cursing. But if you guys are getting a 3000 series, type in chat right now in the last 3 minutes what you're getting, the GPU that you're getting or trying to get. If not, type what you're waiting for. Are you waiting for the 6900 XT, 6700 XT, whatever the 6000 series number it may be? Let me know in chat real quick, because we're getting ready to go. Yeah, Mikkel, I mentioned it earlier. So 3080, 17th of September, 3090, 24th of September, and then on October 15th, the 3070 is coming out. I got a partner going for the 3070. We have Nemesis going for the 3090, which I hope to work with him. Maybe do some remote testing and stuff like that. We'll coordinate offline. If not, if I have a buddy local that can, help out, great. Savage Mind, I know you want the 3070 as well. There we go. He's streaming. So let's hop on over there, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'm going to do some work. I'm sorry that was a little loud because I didn't mute his tab. But you guys have a great day. Just thanks for stopping by. I know it was only a handful of you, but I appreciate the support nonetheless. Dan the Dane, Savage Mind, Crypto Mikkel, Michael, thank you for stopping by. Max Voltage, Yashnik, appreciate you, Tech Man. Everybody. Make sure I'm trying to get everybody here. If I did miss anybody's name, do not take it personally. Nicola. Yeah, thank all of you guys for swinging by. I appreciate you. I would do this next Saturday, so swing on by, catch up with me. Try to have some news topics for us, and you guys have a wonderful day. We'll go ahead and go full screen on Panda here, and I will catch you later.